Na, szép jó estét mindenkinek. Rákanyarodunk a végére. Megnézzük, sikerül-e úrá lenni ultimán, vagy mi lesz a történetnek a sorsa. Úgyhogy Steam offline, hát mindegy. Amúgy nem kéne, hogy az legyen. A legjobb tudomásom szerint nem az. Nem baj. Szerintem, hogy a pontszámokat nem tölti fel, együtt tudunk élni. Bár az viszont szomorúbb lenne, hogyha nem lennének achievementek is, úgyhogy egy újraindítást adott neki, jó? Ha kapunk achievementet legalább, ezt kapjuk már meg. Én ügyesen elindítottam mindent itt az elején. Ne kelljen várni, azt nesze. Azt nesze. Én nem tudom képzelni, hogy tudott offline lenni. Újraindítom a Steam-et is. Mi az, hogy ki játszik? Hű, geci jelszót kér. Jó, mai nap is jól indul. Nagyon gondolkodik. Probléma adott a Steam-mel való kommunikáció során, próbáld meg később. Ez hülye? Na hát ezért kell tört játékkal játszani, nincsenek ilyen problémák, hogy Steam megbolondul bezzeg. Istenem. A néző kedvéért egy Steam logót nézzünk, ami körül megy egy kék karika, és ennyi. Szavasz, dragom. Mert mi volt tegnap? Biztos, hogy nem ismétlődik a tegnapi. Már tegnap még működött a Steam, ez biztos. De az nem fekete képernyő. Nem indul el a Steam. És ha nem indul el a Steam, akkor nem indul el a játék se. Én azt nem hiszem el amúgy. Nem hiszed el? Elindult a Steam. Most majd az lesz a baj, hogy offline, figyeld meg. És amúgy van jó hír is, amellett, hogy szokás szerint nem működik valami. Mondhatni terv szerint. Sikerült berakni a gépbe a SSD-t, úgyhogy lett 2 terabyte tárhelyem. Lottót nem nyertem. Az egy fokkal jobb lett volna, de így se rossz. Úgyhogy mindennel együtt futára, meg anyám kínjával 43 000 pénzért lett tárhelyünk. Jaj! Legalább tudok telepíteni dolgokat. Szóval, beszéljünk Jill-lel, amit az előbb is akartunk, csak meghalt a Steam.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea.
De én is úgy érzem, hogy azt a kardot csak játék után lehet megszerezni.
Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
Szóval még maximum annyit lehetne csinálni, hogy lépünk egy pár szintet, de azzal meg nem fogunk szórakozni.
It's almost time.
Írja is, hogy itt
Better
az
make sure I
idő.
haven't forgotten anything.
Ó, de várjál, van új küldi. Nem is egy. Hű, bazd meg. Ez beadott vagy 42-t. Nagybácsi.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
Lehet, hogy a szintlépéssel nem lesz gond. Nem gondoltam volna, hogy ránk fog hányni ennyi sidequestet, hogy őszinte legyek. Direkt úgy hagytam abból, hogy nem volt egy se. Hát aztán neszem. Tudnám, hogy hova kell menni, az kurva jó lenne. Talán ide. Meg akkor majd ránézzünk a bounty boardra, hát ha az is aktiválódott.
You see that too?
What is it? Oh, please. Stop. I'm scared.
This is no time to ride. Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Nem fékezünk a kutyák kedvéért.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Magabiztosnak tűnnek, de még nem értik a lényegen. Így nem lesz jó, hogy egyfajtában hogy itt mindenki minden. Nagyon baszlak villámmal, a faszért nyomod a gyógyit ahol. Ezeknek annyi HP-je van, mint egy bossnak, bazd meg. Ja.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Igen, egy kicsit tovább tartott, mint terve volt.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors! I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis, Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Egész komoly kis beszédet nyom.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw.
Nem tudom, ezt a haver gyereket a eleje óta rugdossa bárki, aki
I'll
szembe
start by
jön.
ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy, one who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered, but I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Na,
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well.
kíváncsi
Send
vagyok,
your
kire
man to me right
gondol.
away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis, your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Quentin? És kérdezhetném, hogy ki a passzom az a Quentin. De ha találkozunk vele, majd rájövök. Így névről nem ugrik be Quentin nevű. Már pedig valami ismertebb fickónak kell lennie, hogyha nagy követet akarunk belőle gyártani. Nem lehet valami random paraszt.
No need to ride from here.
De hát ez egy paraszt.
I have a proposal for you.
Jó.
Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do
Meg
that,
lesz az győzve.
who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his, but yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor.
Végül is az egy jó kezdés, hogy szerzünk hadsereget, meg kaját. valahol fenntartjuk a rendet, és van mit tenni. Az kiinduló alapnak végül is mit akarhatnánk még többet.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. Ah, but I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the bloody outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Jól megy.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world
Jó, hát én ebben azért annyira nem
lies in my
lennék
nephew's
biztos.
hands, but the well-being of her
Servusz,
people
Remória,
lies in
lassacskán.
ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
Hát én még mindig a mondó vagyok, hogy egyszerűbb lenne uralkodni, mint itt hirtelen bevezetni ilyen dolgokat, de hát hajrá, persze.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I
Hát
ask only that you
megértem.
trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We
Sajnos
shall play our parts to the
mindig a
best of our
pénz.
abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall, and there is no better Crandall than you.
Mondjuk én annyit tudok mondani, hogy a egyik legjobban elköltött pénz volt, amit erre költöttem.
As proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Ez megértem. Heaven Cloud. Hát úgy néz ki, hogy érdemes megcsinálni ezeket a sidequesteket, nem mint hogyha valószínűleg használni fognánk. vagy bármi ilyesmi. Viszont legalább megvan, és így, ha később másik buildet akarsz csinálni, akkor legalább megvannak a buildhoz a amulettek, gyűrűk, meg szírszarok. Ami amúgy nem árthat. Gyorsan ránézzünk a bounty boardra, az frissült el. Nem, az nem frissült. Nem akarja ide adni a baszó legendary cardot a vége előtt az Istennek sem. Majdnem biztos, hogy ezt csak a vége után lehet megszerezni. Na, mi folyik itt gyöngyösen? Mi van a gyerekekkel? Azok úgyis mindig idegesítőek voltak.
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No? Well, yes, but that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
No, nyilván
Well,
a
she is.
rebirth.
She acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Ah, right after she got back from saving you from Stonehenge.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions.
Nem én törtem el a
Don't
hajót,
listen to
háló.
her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Börtönben van. Meg gondolom az a pince. Avagy a műhely. Na mi a gond, Mid? Nyögjed.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
Repülni fog a hajó,
What
figyeld
else would I
meg.
be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well,
Igen, a régieknek volt
first I needed to make a
repülőhajója.
prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Na, hát így gyűjtögethetünk baromságot a hölgynek. De az menő lenne, ha tényleg lenne a végén egy repülőhajó.
Mentioned a new project yet? Not exactly.
Bár igazándiból már sokra nem fogunk vele menni, de azért menő lenne azzal menni. A lebegő kristályhoz, amúgy.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
Szerintem tudom, az a nagy teknős lesz az
I
adamantius.
don't know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumor of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near old Bidza. All what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Jó, menet közben húzunk egy teknőst is. Vagy kettőt, ha jól látom. Nagyon durván telebasztam a pot sidequestekkel, nem fogunk ma főbosszozni, majdnem biztos. Hát Remolian, akkor vegyél példát a South Parkos WoW-ról. Elvin Forest farkas, 1 XP per darab. 1 év, sicsúgy. 7. a szamar.
All yours, Torvald! To me, Blades!
Hú, de gyönyörűen toltam, bazd meg. Sőt, most ki fogunk próbálni valamit. Mivel most már biztos vagyok benne, hogy nem fogunk kapni új ability-t. És már múltkor is mondtam, hogy van egy gomba kontrollerem. A bal vágomb. Amit átrakok X-re. És akkor fogom tudni használni azokat az ability-ket. Így. Amik a hosszú lenyomáshoz vannak, és... Akkor csak ki fogjuk tudni próbálni pár dolgot. Most az van, hogy retálom. Olyan már úgyis rég volt. Oh, ez kell, ezek kellene. Nem tudom, mit spórolok, ezeket már kirakjuk. Na, most nézzük, mit fogunk használni. Szerintem a tüzet azt így elfelejtjük. Oda berakom Odin. Azt mondja, hogy... Úgyhogy Odinba... Ezt a kettőt fogjuk use-olni. Aztán... Bahamut legyen? Melyik legyen a... Az biztos, hogy a blokkos az marad. Nem, ezt nem. Melyiket használjuk? A frostosat sem. Jó, használjuk a bahamutosat. Akkor kell a bahamutos ulti. Ez amúgy is elég jó. És amúgy az impulzus is jó. Oké, ez az ulti, ez nagyon basszó, úgyhogy kell nekünk masteren a gyémántpor. Akkor kell még valami, ami nagyot visz damage-be. Szerintem azt nem bonyolítjuk túl, és a ramuaknak a villámját az belerak. Ez szép nagyot visz. Így. Csak hogy... Ez így túl sok ulti, amúgy. Igazándiból lehetne, csak nem tudom hogy, 2 slot, mert ez elég jó amúgy. A Wheel of the Wike. Összerakva ezzel. Kaptam achievementet. Viszont, hogy hova a picsába raknánk be, azt nem tudom. Mert ezek az ultik, ezek nagyon jó. Na, akkor csinálunk egy olyat, hogy ez lesz a boss setup. És akkor csinálunk egy... mi az ezt? És csinálunk egy ilyen ajojét. Will of the Bikes. Meg a gyújtás. Igen. És akkor AOE-hez be tudjuk rakni még a... Phoenix lángot. Ha megtalálom. Meg... Így. Oda jöhet Bahamut. Viszont akkor oda meg nem Gigafire kell, mert az meg hülyeség lenne. Az impulzus az jó. Hát és amúgy kipróbálhatjuk ezt a lánycsóvát. Ez mondjuk nem AOE, de Istenem. Na és akkor ennyi. Boss AOE. Meg ki akarom próbálni az Odin kardot.
Here we are again. Karava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide?
Hát még nem estem extázisba. Kurva karcsú. Karda. Csak nincs sebzése. Vagy én rontok el valamit teljesen. Be kell upgrade-elni. Na, adjunk neki még egy esélyt. Így már jobb volt. De azért annyira nem tetszik továbbra sem. Na, és akkor nézzük meg az AOE verziót. Elég jó volt. Kár, hogy meghalt minden. Na hát igen. Kardos selejtes. Kár, hogy be kell ebbe a menüből menni, hogyha váltani akar az ember. De nincs annyi damage, hogy megérje így fölpumpálni, ez nagyon sok idő.
Nice try.
Kurvára nem éri, nem? Nem lehetne, hogy a kamera azt mutatja, hogy merre ugrál a dög? Na jó, legalább kaptunk achievementet. De egyáltalán nem érződik erősnek. Meguntam ő. Hát annyi, hogy előre föl lehet tölteni, mondjuk. Na nézzük még meg a Dancing Steel-t.
Run like the wind.
Na, megint elhalt a Steam. Ennél még a Csokobó is erősebb annál a karnál, bazdmeg. De most viccen kívül. Jó, persze visszavédel, de hát Istenem.
You deserve a rest. It looks like we found him.
Nem értem. Tényleg nem értem. Mi a fasz? Aha, most már lehet, hogy értem, de már mindegy. Ennyi idő alatt elmúlt a teljes taggerbárja, bazdmeg. Jó, hát ez egy jócska szar, bazdmeg. Nem látom, amikor lő.
If Mid needs another, she can come and get it herself.
Hát ez kurva macerás, ez a kurva Odin, bazdmeg. Na, még 2 olaj.
Mid's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Még egy goblin se tudtam megsebezni, bazdmeg.
All yours, Torvald.
Az volt az ulti, csak mondom. Ó, geci. És most melyik barom állatnak volt jó, hogy nem mutatják meg, hol van az olaj? Hanem így mész körbe-körbe, mint egy idióta. Értem, hogy időhúzás, de a kurva anyád. Nem lesz meg, bazd meg. Nem, a Blightnak semmi köze nincs a szörnyekhez. Igazán, ahol van Blight, ott szörnyek se nagyon vannak. Az a totális nihil. Az életnek az ellentéte. Ott nincsen mágia, nincsenek szörnyek, nincsenek növények, nincsenek állatok, nincsenek emberek. Az a pusztulat. A meddő, szikla és por.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
A halott bolygó.
Oh, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a one.
Olyan van, hogy ugye, ahol Blight van, onnan el kell, hogy költözzenek a mobok, meg a szörnyek, meg stb. És így föl tudnak bukkanni olyan zónákba is, ahol amúgy nem őshonosak, mert ők is kénytelenek menekülni a Blight elől. Úgyhogy az elején is azért futottunk bele egy morbolba, egy olyan zónába, amiben kb. Nem kéne, mert annak is költöznie kellett.
And a zero.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Na, verjük ki a gyerekekből a fogaskereket.
Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
Hát én mondtam, hogy nem jó semmire a mérlegen a fogaskeri. Az már rögtön ott volt a probléma.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all?
Bár én erre
Just
nem
a
azt
gear?
mondanám, hogy
We have
tájni,
more
hanem
parts
hogy
if Mid
lóba
needs
szó
them.
nagy
That's all
fogaskerék.
for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Na de ezek után repüljön az a hajó, mit bazd meg, mert balhé lesz.
Well, did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see. That should do it.
Hát...
Here goes nothing.
Én azt hittem tényleg léghajó lesz, az helikopter gyanús.
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without.
Na,
Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other.
nem lesz
People will lose their
repülőhajó.
homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Egyébként meg az emberek annyi mindennel ki tudják nyírni egymást, akkor már inkább repüljünk.
Good question.
Tiltsuk be az összes fegyvert
First time
ennyirével,
I
vagy mi a
stood on the deck
terv?
of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
All that hard work.
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Persze.
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the
Miért érzem úgy, hogy mi fogunk
so that my
menni?
brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
Szerintem voltunk ott.
I'll see what I can find there.
Volt egy félreeső eldugott hely. Ami gyanús is volt, hogy miért van annyira kidolgozva, és nem volt ott semmi. De valószínűleg ezért. Igen, azaz. Ja, az nem teleportos. Egész jó az a Fire Breath amúgy.
This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
No, hát, vannak a papperok.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to... This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see.
Ugye kimászok egy szörny. Vagy nem.
This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. And where is the architect of all this misery?
Na, azért. De...
It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Ha beledöglök is megcsináljuk. Már pedig beledöglök. Jó, hát ennyit biztos nem ér. Nyilván.
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
Borzalmasan gyengék lettünk a talenta óta.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body, or any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you, Sid. I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Bad Bach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
De ott a levelem. Nem volt ott a levelem. 791 XP. Na, és ezt így megszüntetjük, ez így borzalmas. Nagyon nem jó. Na, a kardot nem adjuk fel, mert működnie kéne. Pontosan tudom, hogy de valahogy működnie kéne. Na, nézzünk egy ilyet. Fú, de rohadt kurva sok questet adott be, bazd meg.
So there's a new mother. Fussing over it. Let's see the hands fit.
Do you suppose it's...
Ó, nem tudom, mindenhogy lehet kijutni.
What else could it be?
Talán erre.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Genji Gloves.
All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
%5 damage. Szerintetek a 12 támadás nagyobb, vagy az 5% damage? Valószínűleg az 5% damage. Bár... Jó, az így.
Twin sides hundreds of leagues away. I mean, the crystal is massive.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have...
Ja, hát ezt nem lehet mind megcsinálni, meg hónap is ez lesz. Még a boss előtt. Lehetetlen. Hát ez... Mindenhol van 20-asával
Zere might at
beszóltál.
least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
I'm nervous. Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine curse breaker.
So, what?
Mi, ha meg... Dehogy
You
is.
haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You will need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
El fogják kapni. Lelkes
Shouldn't be as
kezdőd a
dangerous as I
béna.
made out.
Biztos, hogy
But keep a
béna.
weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Hát én meg maximum levészárolni tudom azokat. Én abba vagyok, jó? Tömegmészárlás. Oké, nem fogok rájönni soha, hogy működik ez az ulti. Ami elég nagy baj.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it.
Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run!
If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Nem megy el, bazd meg. Nem hajlandó elmenni. Nem tudom, mit csinálok rosszul. Nem tudom elnyomni. Ezt nem értem, hogy miért nem. 48.
Ember, are you... Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Most meg bezzeg elmegy. Ne, én nem értem. Szar az egész. Hülyeség az Odinban. Fájt közben még egyszer se sikerült. Pláne nem akkor, amikor kellett volna. Pláne nem akkor, amikor el akartam nyomni.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
Lehet, hogy mégis jó a fickó.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Szóval, hogy járunk XP-vel? 94 000. 49 a vége, vagy 50? Vagy mi volt az? Hogy volt ez? És amúgy még a térképen is van, vagy 3. Nézzük meg az egyiket.
A fortress? The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't cooperate.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now. Your town needs you.
Na, a
You have a
madám.
moment, Clive.
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme. who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people. He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him by all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Majd lefényképezzük. Okay.
Your town needs you. I need you. Saw the captain just now. Wasn't wearing his uniform.
What does the dame have to say about all this, I wonder?
So you are content to abandon the people to their fates?
I'm not abandoning anyone to anything.
Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people.
Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right, as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my
No,
way.
megkeressük.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of
Tudja
the
a
other
rosszabb
sightings.
fejből, hogy hol
Let's
van.
rendezvous back here later.
De nincs messze.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Működik.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. You all right?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. But now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Brandit.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caernarvon and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe.
És most meg fogják
Rest assured, the
ostromolni a
people will play
falut.
their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still one for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you, both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
Na, de viszont nagyon-nagyon-nagyon-nagyon-nagyon be vagyok punyadva. Ugye tudom, hogy korán van még, viszont hosszú volt a nap. És úgyse fogunk ma a végére jutni. Úgyhogy holnap még nem fogjuk folytatni, mert szeretném ezeket a sztorikat még megcsinálgatni, és még van egy csomó. De elfogyott a szufla. Úgyhogy nézzétek el nekem, hogy ma ilyen korán végzünk. Másra se vágyom, csak egy kicsit bekucorodni az ágyba. Holnap még elsidequestelünk, aztán valószínűleg szerdán mehet a boss. Meg úgyis baszkódik nekem itt ez a Steam, azt a végén meg se adja az acsikat, akkor meg belerugok. Na, én elköszönök. Holnap jövök, megpróbálok holnapra ilyen baromi fitre. Jó? Na.